Today I'm going for max efficiency. That means we're gonna maximum late reg the Wynn $230 rebuy. We're getting there right at 420. Blaze it. $230 to enter plus a $100 add-on should give us 22,500 chips, which gives us around 20 or 30 blinds to work with. If we somehow bust the Wynn before 6:30, we can max late reg the Venetian $340. So that's our backup plan, but let's hope we don't have to use it. Let's be in for 3:30 and final table, my favorite tournament of the week. Let's go to the Wynn. With blinds at 400, 800, played in orbit, but we got some reads on our opponents. Middle position, Asian male, age 30 to 60. Raises to 3,000, a very large raise. Action folds to the small blind who puts in the call. I'm in the big blind with 22,000 and pocket kings. I don't think a call is good. We don't want to go three ways in case that horrible ace pops off on the flop, but we do want to get heads up or induce a jam, so let's just make it 10,000, just under half of our stack. Hopefully someone gets curious and wants to see a flop, or we're gonna get it in regardless. Asian male in middle position, shoves all in instantly. Small blind folds, we call and we're up against pocket queens. Let's hold for a 50K pot. The flop comes, 5, 6, queen. A few players at the table mumble under their breaths, give him a king, he deserves it. They're rooting for me. Turn is an 8, and the river's a 6. And we're out of the Wynn. 230 rebuy, a net loss of $330. It's 520. Let's go to the Venetian. Late reg that, $340. Late reg Venetian, 25,000 starting stack. Blinds are 400, 800, 800. Upon arriving at my table, the dealer informs me that I'm just in time for the big blind. Everyone laughs at my bad timing. Jokes are made about me walking around a while and missing the big blind, but I told them I'm not a scumbag, and that's not my style. I'll play my big blind. Action folds to middle position who limps. Everybody else folds, and I look down at pocket aces, the very first hand. I love pocket aces. Make it 3,000. Limper, elderly reg, Caucasian if that matters. Tanks and folds. No action. Thought about showing, but probably not best. The very next hand, middle position opens to 1,600, the minimum. I'm in the small blind with ace queen offsuit, make it 5,200. He puts in the call. We're heads up. The flop comes 8, 7, 4, 2 hearts. We don't have a heart. And I check. Hopefully he'll check back all of his Jack 10, Queen Jack, Broadway type hands. We can get to showdown with ace high, but he does not comply. He puts in a bet of 8,000. Probably has a hand like pocket 9s or 10s. Going for value, and we put in the fold. And we're down 4K chips. Okay, that's a start. With blinds at 400, 800, 800, I get moved to a new table. I have 27,000 in my stack. Raise it up under the gun +1 with pocket 10s to 2,000. Middle position calls 2,000. Asian male, age 21 to 40 on the button, makes it 8,400. What's he repping? Action folds back to me, 27,000 pocket 10s, not loving this spot, but something about the way he put the chips in the pot makes me think he has ace king, possibly ace X suited. I might have had a tell on how he looked at his cards. So we shove all in for 27,000. Original caller folds, and he shrugs and puts in the call. He has ace king offsuit, 57%, never felt so good. Flop comes Jack 9, 7. Turn is a 5. And the river's a deuce. We hold, and we now have almost 60,000 chips.
Like a government thing asking for permission.
Thank you. Oh, chip corn.
So it's too late because I've already committed to a project work.
With blinds at 500, 1,000, 1,000, action folds to middle position, who makes it 3,000. Everybody folds, and we have pocket 3s in the big blind. Of course, we're going to put in the call with our 55K stack. The flop comes 9, 5, deuce, rainbow. I check, planning on a check raise if he bets small, but he does not bet small. He bets large, 6,000. Could be doing this with a lot of hands like ace, king, ace, queen. Try to take it down here on the flop. It's very dry. A lot of our range has missed. So I put in the call. 3s are still going to be good here a lot of the time. The turn is an offsuit 9. Great card for our range. I think about leading, very small. But I'm more likely that he's going to just check or give up if he doesn't have an overpair. I check, and he bets 11,000. A very strange bet considering he should be afraid of me having a 9. So his story of him having an overpair doesn't make much sense. I think he's more likely to pot control and check an overpair when the top card on the board pairs. So we put in the call, still putting him on some sort of bad straight draw, 7-8, 6-8, or ace high. He's trying to get us to fold. We can still rep the 9, but we don't want to turn our hand into a bluff and check raise. So we call, let's see, a river. The river's an offsuit jack. We check, planning on folding to a triple barrel because I don't think many people will triple barrel on this board. We still have a lot of 9X's in our range and we could be trapping. He quickly checks behind and shows out of turn pocket queens. I do not have to show, and he takes down a nice pot. I'm now on dinner break, possibly with a viewer of the vlog, and we have 30,000 chips. Let's bag and tag right after midnight.
Playing that one, and then everybody obviously signs in because it's just like it registers.
We go from 30,000 all the way down to 10,000 without winning a hand. Oh, we tried. We tried to win some small pots. They did not let us.
The main event, 38th position.
Blinds are now going to be 800, 1,600.
Once again, double stack on dealers, you should be on a 800, 1,600 blind with a 1,600 ending.
Under the gun plus 1 makes it 3,600. I'm under the gun plus 3 with pocket aces. I love aces. We shove all in for 10,000. He asks for a count. And eventually puts in the call.
Call.
Good. Should be good. Slow roll. Oh, he's got outs. Jack. Oh, no. No more outs. All right. Got him. We get 3 or 4 shoves through. People are amazed that I'm shoving so wide with a 15 blind stack, but it is what it is. I shoved 8s, ace king, ace jack, all reasonable holdings. Then under the gun limps off a 10 blind stack. Elderly Caucasian splashy player over limps. I'm on the button with king 10 of spades. I think a jam would be okay here. I'm definitely not worried about the splashy player, but the under the gun limper could be trapping, so we just call. Blind's complete, and the flop comes 9 high. All spades. Action folds to the splashy player who bets 6,000. No reason to raise and scare off the other players, so we put in the call. But everybody folds. We're heads up versus splashy. Turn is a brick. He bets 11,000, and we're all in for 12,500. He asks for a count and hesitates and puts in the call. I show my hand, and he mucks. But you can't muck in an all-in situation. Your hand must be shown. He has ace-8 offsuit, and he's drawing dead.
your
10,
two pair.
11, 12, 12, 6.
Thank you.
You flopped it.
Flopped it.
I thought you flopped it.
Oh, when I called the bet.
Yeah.
Openly discuss their thoughts.
So, like, what happens?
With head-
So, at that like final third course, the fourth course, I think that I did.
With you on the break.
Good. Good. The blind's at 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. Under the gun splashy player makes it 6,000. Indian male, age 40 to 60. Pretty crazy player makes it 17,000. We're under the gun plus 2 with ace queen and 42,000. You know what we got to do, guys? I fold. And we're on to the next hand. 2 more hours left to play tonight. We have 50,000 going to 12, 24, 24. They really botched the structure on this one. There shouldn't be this level in big blind ante. It should be 15, 25, 25, so the hundreds can be colored up and taken out of play. Get it right, Venetian. I emailed Tommy, the Venetian tournament director, to voice my concern about the discrepancy in the big blind ante structure. He promptly replied and agreed that there was a problem and it will be fixed in the future. Props to Tommy at the Venetian. With blinds at 1,200, 2,400, 2,400. Action folds to be in the cutoff. I have King Jack offsuit, make a standard raise to 5,500 off a 55K stack. A large muscular Caucasian male on the button, snap jams, 32,000 chips. Action folds back to me. Pretty close spot, could be easily dominated. But I think the snap jam's a little bit weaker. I think he would have tanked a little longer if he had something like ace king, ace queen, ace jack, just to, you know, make it look like he has a weak hand. He just wants to take down the pot now, but we came here to gamble. I put in the call. He shows 2 deuces. Let's win a flip. Flop comes Jack 8-4, all spades. Neither of us have a spade. Turns to ace of hearts, and the river is the 4 of clubs. We eliminate a player and have 85,000 chips. $40 minutes left in the night. Hopefully we'll bag and tag. We have 100,000 chips going to 2,000, 4,000, 4,000.
Angelo, 1-2, Angelo.
I'd pop the nuts if it was the other one.
With blinds at 2,000, 4,000, there's 8 minutes left in the night. I have 82,000 chips. Action folds to middle position, who makes his standard raise to 11,000. I'm in the cutoff with ace king offsuit. Just over 20 blinds, slam dunk all in. The blinds fold, and he asks for an exact count. He has 230,000 to start the hand, so I'm putting him on something like ace queen, ace jack, you know, maybe a small pair. Probably not even ace queen, you're snap calling that. He says after he gets the count, I'd be a terrible player if I folded this. So I'm guessing he has like a mid pair. He slams the chips into the pot after a minute and says, what you got? I show ace king, he shows pocket queens. Pocket queens. Let's punish him. Flop comes 7, 4, 3. The turn is a 4. He's yelling for a deuce, and the river is a deuce, and I am out 8 minutes before the bag. Hell of a day playing live poker. Thanks for the knit roll, buddy. Make sure you sign up on America's Card Room. 100% deposit bonus using bonus code Boski.